As we count down the top 10 most guarded places on Earth, we are going to be counting down our choices today. As part of this list, we will be ranking the locations that are the most intensively guarded and secured at the global level. On the other hand, we will not include prisons because these establishments are intentionally constructed to confine particular individuals while excluding the rest of the world. Number 10. The Chyenne Mountain Complex. The Chyenne Mountain Complex, which is situated on the grounds of the Chyenne Mountain Air Force Station in Colorado Springs, Colorado, is surrounded by formidable granite walls. Numerous government agencies have been based in the complex throughout its history. Before the middle of the 2000s, the complex served as the location for the United States-Canada Aerospace Protection Project, known as NORAD, as well as the United States Northern Command, which is a military agency. The NORAD/USNORTHCOM Alternate Command Center continues to function out of the complex, which is constructed beneath 2,000 feet of solid granite. Number 9. The parking lot at Bold Lane. The Bold Lane car park is not anything you are familiar with if you believe that a parking garage does not have the right to be included on our list of the most guarded sites around. As of the 1990s, this parking lot in Derby, England, which had been constructed in the 1970s, has earned a reputation for being a haven for criminal activity, drug usage, and panhandling. As a direct result of these allegations, the local security professionals decided to rename Bold Lane as a parking lot that is equipped with the most advanced technology. Number 8. Granite Mountain Records Vault. Granite Mountain in Little Cottonwood Canyon, Utah, is home to a massive archive of records and history that is owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This collection is located hundreds of feet inside Granite Mountain. The Granite Mountain Records Vault is equipped with a climate-controlled environment, which is specifically designed to preserve all of the sensitive paper records and microfilm that detail years upon years of genealogical information. Because it is situated beneath a stone layer that is 600 feet deep, its protection is virtually ensured. Additionally, there is a series of doors that weigh between 9 and 14 tons, in case that is not enough to satisfy your needs. In addition, they are built to withstand the effects of a nuclear explosion, even if it were to take place. Number 7. The Tumen River. In the same manner as the Korean Demilitarized Zone, KKZ is responsible for the tight security of its limited border area between North and South Korea. The Tumen River is also a gateway that is subject to intensive scrutiny between China, North Korea, and Russia. A significant number of North Koreans have been apprehended while attempting to enter China through the relatively shallow waters of the Tumen River, which is the reason for the increased security measures that have been implemented along the bank of the river. Even though the river waters are very polluted, Border Patrol guards have been stationed along the Tumen by all three countries located along its length. The desperate minority, on the other hand, who watch and wait for the ideal time to make it across, choose to ignore this truth. Number 6. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Do you ever find yourself wondering whether or not there is a failsafe in place if a global famine or humanitarian calamity takes place? Should this be the case, then you should count your blessings for the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. This vault is designed to store spare seed samples to cultivate food if you find yourself in a situation where you require them. Airlocks, motion sensors, and blast-resistant doors are included in the security measures that are in place to safeguard Svalbard, which is situated on the remote Norwegian island of Spitsbergen. Because it is constructed at a high elevation above sea level, it will not be affected by increasing sea levels, and there is no known tectonic activity in the region. Number 5. Bank of New York Federal Reserve System. There are 12 Federal Reserve banks that are situated within the United States, and each of them is equipped with some of the highest levels of security that are currently available. When compared to its contemporaries, the New York branch of the Federal Reserve is regarded as being first among equals. It is responsible for overseeing the financial policies and payment systems of the United States. The Reserve's vaults are equipped with robotics, and the outside security force is highly skilled in both hand-to-hand combat and sharpshooting. Robotics are used to protect the vaults. On top of that, it is situated 80 feet below the surface. Number 4. The Secret Archives of the Vatican. If there is one thing that we have learned from both Dan Brown novels and conspiracy theories, it is that Vatican City is home to a greater number of secrets than is typically believed. The Vatican Secret Archives, which is a storage facility that preserves a magnificent cornucopia of forms, ledgers, and official documents from the Catholic Church, is where a significant portion of this information is kept. In contrast to the Vatican Library, these archives are kept separate, while the ownership of the Vatican Library is passed down from pope to pope. At one point in time, the archives were completely off-limits to the general public. However, they are currently accessible to researchers who can apply for special authorization to explore and examine the contents of the archives. Number 3. White House. The history of infrequent breaches that have dealt a black eye to those defending the house of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America is something that critics of White House security may point to during their arguments. While this is true, it does not alter the fact that the White House continues to be one of the most heavily secured sites in the whole globe. The property is surrounded by an iron gate, and it is equipped with bulletproof windows and a Secret Service detail that is committed to protecting the First Family at any cost. Roof snipers and undercover agents are stationed at various spots around the grounds of the White House, which makes the president's residence a highly defended facility at all times. The airspace over the White House is considered to be permanently restricted airspace. Number 2. Fort Knox. There is a rationale behind the fact that the old proverb states, "Locked up tighter than Fort Knox." This may be because the inner vault of Fort Knox, which is considered to be extremely thick and impervious to blasts, is supposed to feature an extremely intricate locking system that requires a team of 10 people to operate. Alternatively, it could be because the site of Fort Knox in Kentucky has served as a repository for both priceless records and the United States Bullion Reserve. Because Fort Knox is constantly under the watchful eye of armed guards, it is the kind of celebration that no one else can attend without first receiving an official invitation. Before we open the doors to our most heavily secured location, I would want to make a few extremely confidential honorable mentions regarding the following. The Iron Mountain Storage Facility, in addition to the Swiss bank vaults and the Pentagon. Number 1. Area 51. Area 51 is without a doubt one of the most guarded locations on the planet, as evidenced by the fact that it is well recorded by both connoisseurs of outer space and conspiracy theorists. People from all over the world have been intrigued by the air of mystery that surrounds this particular subsection of Edwards Air Force Base in Nevada, which is designated as having special use airspace available. Movement-activated sensors are placed all around the perimeter. Constant patrols of armed guards are continually inspecting the grounds and protecting it from outsiders. Many of these outsiders are keen to get a peek at the fabled alien technology that conspiracy theorists say is concealed within the grounds. The testing of experimental weaponry has also been rumored to be one of the top secret programs that are now operating within Area 51. This is a highly guarded enigma of the United States government's security, and we may never learn the complete truth about it. Thanks for watching. Kindly like and subscribe for more videos. In the comments section of the post, please tell me how many you discovered.